Good morning, children. We will continue the era of Harsha. In my previous class, I discussed up to administration. First of all, we discussed about the different rulers of Vardhan dynasty. Then we discussed about Harshvardhan's administration. Today we will discuss about religion. In the beginning, Harsha was a devotee of Shiva and worshipped Shiva and Surya. Some coins have been found at Farrukhabad, Uttar Pradesh, which has the images of Parvati and Surya. But after coming in contact with a Chinese traveler, there was a great impact of Buddhism on him. That means he was very much impressed by this religion. He was very tolerant and respectable towards all the religions. That means he used to give equal respect to all the religions. That's why he was tolerant. Vaishnavism and Shaivism was the most popular sect of Hinduism. Hinduism was mainly divided into two sects. Those who were the devotees of Vishnu, they were following Vaishnavism, and those who were the devotees of Lord Shiva, they were following Shaivism. Harsha used to organize a conference at Prayag, Allahabad, the Sangam of Ganga, Yamuna, and Saraswati. The three rivers meet over there at Prayag, Allahabad, every 5 years. At this occasion, he used to give alms to about 5 lakh needy and poor people. As I told you, he was very kind, very benevolent ruler, and that's why he used to give dance every 5 years here only at Prayag. Alms means dance. Harsha when used to give away all his wealth and belongings, clothes, ornaments, etc. during the last 5 years. He would then request his sister, even Rashri, to give him his clothes. This was repeated after every 5 years at the time of Magh Mela at Prayag. Magh Mela at Prayag. So that means not only he also used to uh, advised his sister also to give dance. So this proves that he really was a very kind, a very benevolent ruler. Next is social condition. The society was mainly divided into four varnas: Brahmin, Kshatriyas, Vaishyas, and Shudras. The Brahmins were highly respected that time. They led a pious life. People lived harmoniously. The Shudras did not have a good position in the society. They had to live outside their towns. Yes. In ancient times, Shudras were serving like laborers to all the above three classes. And they used to never live among these three varnas. They always used to live outside, far away from them. Economic condition: the economy was well developed and people were prosperous and happy. Trade was flourishing, and Kapisha was the center of international trade. Children, please underline it that Kapisha was the main center of international trade. Please underline it, children. Tamrilpati was the famous port for foreign trade. This also, please underline it. You can get inside questions. Agriculture was the main occupation of the people, and they had to pay 1/6 of the produce as a tax. This is the signature of Harsha. You can see how he used to sign. Swahasto Mama Maharaj Dhiraj Sri Harsh. Nalanda University. As he was a great scholar, learned person, he used to always give patronage to the learned persons, to the scholars. And during his time, he gave more importance to Nalanda University. As I told you, the income which was collected from 200 villages were spent for the development and maintenance of this university. It was of great shine during the ancient times. Nalanda University was the international center of education. Many foreigners used to come and studied here. It is situated near Patna, the capital of Bihar. When you will go to Rajgir, and I think many of you have visited Rajgir, on the way this Nalanda comes, and you can see still those libraries there. If you have not visited, children, please try to visit. It is a very important historical place. It had a very large library. Students from all over the part of the world used to study at Nalanda. After the death of Harsha in 1647, Vardhaman Empire lost its glory. There was a quick emergence of many small independent kingdoms. That means after the death of Harsha, again it was divided into, means that there was a very small kingdom. It was been divided into very small kingdoms. And in the south, Chalukyas and Pallavas became powerful. So this is all about the era of Harsha. You can see here this Nalanda University. Children, there is one homework for you, that you will write the keywords. This is your homework, to write the keywords. To write the keywords. Benevolent, that is charitable and generous person, very kind, you can say. Contemporary people or persons living at the same time period, means different persons living in at the same time period. Devotee means dedicated or devoted to any religion or particular god. Okay, so this is all about. Then is your something to know ABC part. Let me show you. After that, you will also do this something to know. Take the correct option. After doing the keywords, you will also do something to know. Okay, you will also do something to know. That is A, B, and C in book. Okay, so let's continue. Thaneshwar is located in Haryana. Rajavardhan came to the throne in which time period he came to the throne? Let me show you this. Rajavardhan, in the first page you will see Prabhakar Vardhan was succeeded by Rajavardhan in 1605, and he continued only up to 1606. That's why you will see, children, that the confusion, to create a confusion, 605 and 1606 both has been given. So don't get confused. The correct answer is 1605. Okay, and the first is your Haryana. Which one of the following books was not written by King Harshvardhan himself? Naganand, Priyadarshika, and Ratnavali. Three books were written by Harshvardhan. Harsha Charitra was written by Bana Bhatt. So here it is asking you not written. So Harsh Charitra. Okay. Nalanda was granted the income received from where? From donations, foreign countries, traders, or villages? It is villages. Next is Chinese traveler who came to India during the Harsha's rule was Huayn Tasan. Let me show you this Huayn Tasan. Okay. So this is the part of your MCQ which you will do it. Next part is your fill in the blanks. So first fill in the blanks is Rashri was the daughter of king. Children, Prabhakar Vardhan's wife, whose name was Yashovati, he gave birth to two sons, Harshvardhan and Rajyavardhan, and a daughter, one daughter, whose name was Rashri. So, Rashri was the daughter of King Prabhakar Vardhan. Okay? It is not given in your book, so please, children, note it down here. Answer will be Prabhakar Vardhana. Okay. Prabhakar Vardhana. A N A. Okay. Harsha Charitra was written by Bana Bhatt. Okay. To assist Harsha in the administration, there was a, what you will say, ministers. What they were called? Ministers. And those ministers were called what? Sachiv. See here. He had a council of ministers, and ministers was known as Sachiv or Amatyas. So you can write anything. Either you write Sachiv or you write Amatyas. What you will write? Either you write Sachiv or you write Amatyas. Let me write here. Either you write Sachiv or you can write Amatyas. Any one you can write. Okay. Farmers had to pay how much of their produce as a tax? How much part of the produce they used to pay as a tax? Come to this economic condition. 1/6 of the produce. 1/6 of the produce. One sixth. Okay. Society was divided into 4 varnas. Right? 4. It is 4 varnas. Four. Okay. Next we come to filling true or false. Harshvardhan was crowned in 1606 CE. It will be true. It will be true. Uparika was the head of the village. No. Lord Shiva was not commonly worshipped during the region of Harsha. Was Lord Shiva worshipped? Come to religion. See here. Was not commonly worshipped. So it will be false because it was being worshipped. And here Uparika was the head of the province. So it will be false. Okay. And so the first one is your true. Second one is your false. Third one is also false because it has written here was not commonly worshipped, whereas Lord Shiva was worshipped. Harsha never gave down alms to the needy and poor people. It will be also false. He used to give alms to the needy and poor people. So it will be false. Yeah, never diya hua hai. And he used to give regularly dance to the poor people. Harsha was very respectable to all the religions. Obviously, he was very tolerant, very respectable. So it will be true. So first one is your true. Okay. First one is your true. Second one is your false. Third one is also false. Fourth one false. And fifth one also is your true. Right? So children, please do the exercise ABC in book and write the keywords of chapter 17 in history notebook. So please go through the video carefully, children, and do it your exercise properly. Thank you, children.